Bon, on va y aller. Ouais, bah c'est que ça a l'air cool ici. Alors. Bon, c'est autorisé à prendre.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Oh, you mean I'm supposed to be meeting you? Nothing, it's just... I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not get hung up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, that's my codename for... you know, our mutual friend. Oh. I'm Golden Eagle. Yeah. I named you Cuckoo.
Le coucou.
It makes sense if you think about it, because I didn't know who you were, and old Earth cuckoos would routinely trick other birds into feeding them.
Oh, can I be chicken? Because chickens will adopt any critter's baby and keep him warm.
You sure you don't want to be Raven? Or Sparrowhawk?
Aw.
Okay.
Je vais t'appeler Poule.
Does this mean I'm supposed to have one too? Fine, but make it a really good one.
Let's go with Rufus Hummingbird.
Forget it. Codenames are for amateurs anyway.
Too late. I've already marked it off. Can't just go reassigning codenames. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and...
The other thing about birds, though? Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you? And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. I mean, there's a shredder at the bottom of the box, so I don't know what you'd expect to happen. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it, and since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? I don't know how else people are supposed to complain about things they can't change, but that's not the point. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's house of inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
J'ai presque un crochetage de sang, je vais pouvoir tout faire.
Just remember, you didn't... Good luck, Cuckoo.
Je suis coco. Ah ça par contre c'est du vol.
It's not gonna fix itself. Don't we have repair drones for that kind of thing? This was a repair drone. Oh, what do you think you're doing?
Oups.
Just don't make more paperwork for me, alright? What do you think you're doing?
C'est un cadavre.
I don't want any trouble out of you.
De toute façon le conseil il m'aime déjà pas. Donc et un peu plus, je voyais ça, je fais oh putain c'est grand et au final non. Ah bon t'es là? Mais Finja elle est là, elle dit même pas coucou sur le chat. Voilà, elle est là. Ok, bah tu vas adorer le jeu. Non, ça c'est du...
That's illegal.
D'où tu m'as vu toi?
What do you think you're doing?
Rien du tout.
Oh, my mistake.
Oh le vol parfait sous ses yeux. Bah quoi de beau Finja? Ah. C'est plutôt là-bas que je dois aller. Ça j'enregistrerai. Ah, c'est. Voilà.
Why can't something
Putain, là, on a
else
une
be
vraie
around
ville.
here for once?
By the Lord, look at the drawings. How'd you like to show... Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism, know what I mean? Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
Ah, bah c'est cool.
Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
Oups.
I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a
Oh,
star.
si je fais un
And I
film.
think you got the chops.
Not so fast. First, we gotta talk about royalties.
Let's just see where this audition goes, huh? So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime? Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
J'ai une audition. Et Tati Cléo. Ah, il y a Tati Cléo. Code cuit au four. Juste. Ah bah si t'es heureuse. C'est cool. Pour une fois. Là, en plus tu vas comprendre un peu le jeu. Il parle anglais.
Actually,
Think
took
I'd
get arrested if I climbed up on that to get a look at the news?
and
Probably just shot.
Je me suis pas beaucoup battu avec la corporation dernièrement. Attends. Genre c'est où réputation du conseil? Ah, c'est bien ce que je pensais. 18. Les iconoclastes m'adorent. Serboy m'adore. Précurseur. Oui, ok, c'est bon, je situe. Sublight, il m'adore. Mobilité, déserteur, ouais, special choice. Ouais. Alors eux, par contre, ils me détestent.
shot their space shuttle down with the Hammersmith grenade launcher.
Toi, t'es le marchand d'armes.
Looking for weapons? You've come to the right place.
Avis de licenciement, l'exterminateur. Ouais, en fait, tu me proposes des armes que j'ai déjà, quoi. Ah. Oui, c'est la bonne grand-mère, t'inquiète pas. Bah là, j'en connais 3 jours, donc... Alors, attends, il faut choisir des vêtements élégants pour Parvati.
Oh, look at all the pretties.
On est dans un lieu de bourge.
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you. Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it. Your walk,
Ah bah je viens de la
your
Terre.
posture, the cut of your clothes, you carry yourself with the bearing of a noble, but you dress like a barbarian. How deliciously outre. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs. Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours have been on my mind the moment you stepped into my studio.
Tu me diras ce que t'en penses
I'm
du jeu.
working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with
Putain,
me?
si j'ai un top modèle dans le jeu, ce serait énorme.
You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me. My dear, fashion is a performance art. An outfit without a body is like an instrument without a player. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers, none of that garbage spacer's choice pedals. You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job. Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word, such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense, you're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation.
Merde,
Materials,
j'ai vendu plein
labor,
d'Optos.
licensing and copyright. There. Darling, do I look like an amateur? I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask, because they're no one's business but her own. As you wish, darling.
Ici, quand t'as pris tes vêtements? Ouais. Putain, j'aurais pas dû claquer ma thune. Quel piste, sérieux. Bon, je dois faire la top modèle là.
If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe...
Attends, en fait. Ils sont en train de se plaindre. Dans cette ville. Ok. Bon, j'ai pas la thune pour Miss. Du coup. Allons voir les parents de l'autre. Avec une tenue plus abordable.
Your best find this week. Go.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough
Was it me, or could each of these homes fit all of Edgewater inside? Henry and all. There's my parents' place. Smell that?
Finja, elle a disparu ou quoi? Toujours là, Finja? Ah bah oui, elle est toujours là. Putain, on va plus parler. Putain! Ellie? T'es où? Non, c'est pas Betty. Ellie? T'as une famille de bourges, toi? Attends, je crois que dans les options, il y a un truc pour enlever les casques. Ouais, bon, Osef.
Marilyn, is that you?
Laws, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
On peut cracher par terre, c'est quoi celui-ci? Je vais peut-être embarquer quelqu'un.
I don't know what to say. She's usually not like this. Come on, you're supposed to help me make an impression. Anyway, you're probably wondering where
Ah
I've
oui,
been
c'est
all this
vrai.
time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Are you trying to make me look bad?
Ah oui.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
I mean, we had other business in Byzantium, so it's not like we went out of our way. But you can't just kick us out. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. It's the floors. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us.
C'est des connards, ses parents. Bah. Mais. Nique ta mère!
What did you do?
Why, we did what any grieving parents would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather substantial.
You
Pardon,
what?
oui. J'avoue.
Of course. And we shall always harbor that joyful secret deep within our hearts.
Oh les
And you'll
bâtards.
report it to the insurance company, right?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? The neighbors would talk, and not in a good way.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks. until I get some answers. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to
Mais je
ask
vais
you to
tellement...
leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
Well, we're trying to avoid further embarrassment.
Mais vous êtes des enculés.
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about. That's it? You just want us to disappear now? Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Damn right, Captain. Fine.
Ah non, mais enculé.
Forever this time.
Let's talk outside.
Eh mais ça mérite... Enculé. Ah putain. Sourire pour moi. Ah oui, je veux sourire, mais en fait, les personnages qui sont les parents de Ellie, ah c'est des enculés. C'est des enculés. Ils ont pris tout le fric de leur fille. Ils ont fait style leur fille est morte. Ah hop, l'assurance vie. Et hop, ils sont riches. Ah mais merde, t'es là. Ah ça nous emmène un peu ton assurance vie. Ah mais attends, mais si t'es là, ça veut dire qu'il faut qu'on rembourse tout à l'assurance. Oh l'enculé. Putain de bourge. Et t'as Edgewater qui galère avec leur ville. En attendant. Hein. Et le conseil, faut pas que les nouveaux terriens, les terriens qui arrivent et tout dans les vaisseaux d'espoir, ils ont foutu la merde.
Don't know how you managed to get Zora and Sanjar in this.
Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the leather's fake but the scars are real, or oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug? Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
Non, Finja qui adore parler français maintenant. Eh bah tu vas parler tout en français maintenant.
I'm not hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted even. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain. I'm used to rough situations. Like when someone loads your pistol with blanks and strands you in a Marauder moon base. Or traps you in an airlock with an angry mantis worm. What can I say? I don't collect things, I collect experiences. Just can't think of a good use for this one.
Bah, tant mieux. Pouvez apprendre...
Unless you mean the kind who look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
Voilà.
I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Là, ça me plaît. Trouver le bureau de la compagnie d'assurance. Ok. Oui, putain. Remettons ça. Et remettons ça. Oh, attends, il est où son bureau là, con? Wow.
Miss Ellie, Doctor, don't help. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise. What are you talking about? I oil it every night. Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you. Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back. Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here.
T'as le ressort dans ta poche.
Everything's got a price. I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Ok, allons là-bas. Ouais, j'ai. Attends, si tu veux, je t'envoie ça. Attends, je sais plus c'est quoi mon snap.
Down there.
Oh,
Doesn't look like any of the corporate.
attends, faut que j'y aille où? Ouais, alors, Oh putain, j'ai ça aussi à faire.
Traders. I only wish they weren't showing so many Spacer's Choice ads.
Oula, je suis bourré. Attends, avant
The dissidents actually
de courir partout. Revenons à là. On va tout fouiller. On va voir toutes ces quêtes qu'il y a. Ok. Oh putain, faut que je bois. Ah non, ça c'est la Bourge, ok. Bah, vu comment tu bouges le plateau, à coup sûr tu renverses hein. Les bouteilles et tout.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary. I don't believe in work. Work is for auto mechanicals and lower classes. I don't mean to sound cruel. There's nothing wrong with working. It's just so
Travailler est inutile.
unnecessary. Why bother?
Ah, on est à
We
ce
all
point-là.
have our roles in society. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur. This drinking establishment is my investment. Maverick Johnston's about to release his new picture. From what I hear, they've already started shooting.
Oh, tu mériterais que je te fusille la gueule. Travailler c'est inutile quoi. Alors à gauche j'ai déjà visité, donc on va visiter à droite.
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill. I oughta. Kept me alive this long. I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my rent.
I'm supposed to be...
Well, that does a job.
Oh, what are you doing here? Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I? I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then. They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there,
Êtes-vous prêt à des photos et des vidéos folles? Oh bah... Si tu veux, si tu veux. Tu vas me montrer tes conneries? Alors...
Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer
Putain, j'ai beaucoup de trucs avec des sprats, toi.
They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course. Therefore, my, research. Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on them at the lab, but I also have a special connection with them. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. You must have seen the classic episodes. Oh, I forget, some parts of Halcyon are lacking in modern plumbing. Not to mention the latest in entertainment. Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back. I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only I'm far too distressed to think...
Bon. Ah, faudra que je descende à ce moment-là, ok. On fera ça plus tard.
Out with it, you wretched contraption!
You sure have seen a lot of the colony.
Et de ce côté-là, y'a quoi?
Ellie. And sure, but most of
Un démon?
staying put inside a ship. Sorry, Dr. Ellie. Still though, don't you find it thrilling? Being in space.
C'était quoi, c'est la barre que je suis allé tout à l'heure? Oh si si, c'est audition. Oh, attends, bah du coup on va...
My cousin's in pictures. That business is entirely civil. If you could just leave me back at the ship, I'm sure there's something ought to be fixing now.
Great! You made it! Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. Just go in there and do what feels natural. We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic. And 'cause Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen. See, I knew you'd get it. Now go in there, find your mark, and show us what you got.
Well, well. Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too late. All of this Settlement CNP Hungry Time food pills, same nutritional value but now with added filler, are ours. With their patented stomach stuffing effects and baseline vitamin content, we will be nigh unstoppable. They are? What an unexpected twist! You may have fooled me for now, but not for long.
Can I shoot someone?
Je pensais à la
Are we
même
the good
chose.
guys or the bad guys? Doesn't matter. I want to shoot someone.
Do you remember the last time we faced each other? The Battle of Axajax, staring one another down across the void of space while flaming debris fell like rain around us. Hey, I didn't write this. Just go with it. I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior numbers with tactical thinking and a Hammersmith limited edition grenade launcher. I've been waiting for 5
Font des
years
placements produits.
now, and at last my day for vengeance has come.
Oh j'ai pas... Oh putain, bah oui j'ai envoyé ça mais du coup j'ai plus assez d'intimidation.
Yes, it is. I have this whole port wired with sub-micro energon transistor.
Ouais.
Once we're away, I'll activate the gamma particulate field and the quantaponic chain reaction will turn this whole place into vaporized plasma.
Plasma's already a vapor-like kind of thing. You can't re-vaporize it. Can you?
Quiet. You're supposed to be an extra. I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment waivers because this is the end for you. You're not even taking this seriously. I refuse to work like this. I've done Aether Wave spots for Wentworth, I'll have you know. To the break room, everyone. I need my Moab fizzy tea.
Cut, cut.
Y'a pas de fight!
That was interesting, kid. Real novel take. Let's take 5.
Whatever he offers you, ask for more.
Hey, listen, I appreciate what you tried there. We've got to review your footage before we make a final decision, though. Here, take this for making the trip down here. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Quoi? J'ai une réputation du conseil? Ah non, ça va pas ça. Putain, je voulais tirer! J'aurais dû tirer. Vas-y. On recommence la scène. Ah, j'ai envie de la recommencer. Dès qu'on peut, on les tire dessus. Oui, parce qu'il y a Finja qui m'envoie des snaps avec une grosse tête en mode bonjour. Attends, je la regarde encore. Ah, je peux plus la regarder encore. Merde. Je peux la regarder qu'une fois, c'est vrai. Mais oui, c'est vrai. Vas-y, on recommence. Putain, je me retape un temps de chargement encore. Bow, 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 wow, wow.
We're not gonna do this, are we? Promise me.
My cousin did pictures. That business makes
Blablabla, ouais, compris, oui, ça me va.
Well, yes. Once.
I thought this scene needed more action.
She's really shooting. Safety's off.
Je les ai vraiment tués, bande d'inaudition.
There's my star. Walk and talk with me. I knew you had chops, but that was something else. You found the energy in the scene and ran with it. That was visceral. Hey, time is bits, right? It'll take a few months to get your contract set up, but it'll be worth it. Here's your fee for today, but there's more
Voilà,
to
là c'est
come.
confirmé. J'ai mon rôle. Attends. Voilà. Sinon, ça joue à quoi en ce moment? Hein, Fidja? Tu joues à quoi? Bon. Ah, alors, attends. C'est de la musique. Elle s'amuse. Je vais te faire... Attends, je vais te faire... Ouais, je le ferai écouter tout à l'heure. Tout à l'heure, j'avais une putain de musique que j'ai kiffé. Enfin, que j'ai trouvé depuis... Ça fait une semaine que je l'écoute. Je t'en enverrai tout à l'heure. Bon. Corps. Et là... Non, on va pas foutre la merde.
We never really had new folks before, except the captain. Kind of hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you. Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here, ain't
Attends, du coup, attends, je vais te la trouver. Elle est où? Elle est là. Je te l'envoie sur Discord. Ah, regarde sur Discord.
This reminds me of... Oh, never mind.
Oui, ça va pas chez toi, ça. D'accord, rien en dessous. Ok. Ah, Finja s'amuse. C'est bon, on m'a rajouté sur Snap, elle arrête pas d'envoyer des trucs sur Snap.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
Ah oui, c'est vrai.
You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
Putain, une sorcière, on dirait une sorcière de la méchante dans Blanche-Neige.
If anyone ever tries to off me, I hope they do it with the same professional courtesy.
Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board?
Ouais, c'est ce que je vois.
Damn it. I knew this would happen.
That's a gentlewomanly way of putting it, Captain. She's obsessed with aliens.
This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker. What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks. I'll tell you everything, just don't hurt them. Too many people have been harmed on my account.
That's a rare dose of sincerity for Byzantium.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. Our produce might get us through the day, but we're getting weaker as a species, and sicker.
Is that why everyone in Edgewater was so sick? Not a plague, but vegetables?
The lack of usable nutrients is compromising our immune systems. Under these conditions, even the common cold could seem like a plague. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon. I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. I told him not to, but he insisted. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I must find a cure so his sacrifice isn't in vain. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing.
Le côté extraterrestre, peut-être végétarien, ouais.
To a
Putain.
solution that feeds the colony.
Ah
I try not to, at least when it comes to the moral dilemmas. Lilia Hagen's a useful ally to have, but I'll back you up either way.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands.
It seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many in the colony doing that. We should let her try.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? Alien conspiracy? No. What? Did you hit your head on your way in or something?
Non.
I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
Ah, alors, alors d'une.
Wrong answer.
Attention, il y a d'action. Oh putain, Parvati, il a failli crever. Bon, c'est beau tout ça, mais dans... Ouais, je leur mentirais. Ça devrait passer. Putain, ils commencent à refaire mal les ennemis, ça va pas, ça. Oh, je peux voler son taser. Ah. Ah, alors attends, déjà, problème de sensation de médoc. Et si on enlève ce problème de sensation de médoc, je suis à 99, donc, bam, là je suis à 100. J'ai un avantage, j'ai un avantage, j'ai un avantage, j'ai un avantage. Alors, jauge de dilatation, dégâts solitaires, on s'en fout, vitesse marcelin, ça on s'en fout. Perte d'habilité armée et armure, ça va voir. Chance des critiques des compagnons, sûrement. Temps de chargement et d'hésitation, on s'en fout. Récupération de la précision en se déplaçant, non, non. Vitesse de déplacement, non. Portée en mode non, non. Peut-être, non, non. Peut-être. Allez.
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this. Hey! What do you think you're doing?
T'es sérieuse?
Ah. Sorry.
Bon bah, tant pis pour le reste. Hein. Sinon elle va me casser la gueule. Bon alors, ici on est bon, puis on compte. Il faut que j'aille quelque part, je sais pas trop où. Trouver une jolie tenue par Barbati. Je suis où sur mes octos? Pas beaucoup, je suis à 2000 et quelques. Sauver les sprats et réaliser des tenues pour Céleste. Ah, on va plutôt faire ça. Fini déjà, laisse sage. On est en train de me regarder, tranquille, en mode. Spectrum Bright Glass of For Evil Glass. Ah putain, faut que je change de rediff, moi.